Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my journey of quitting sugar for the past 3 years. So I have not touched processed sugar, fake sugar in 3 whole years, and that's something to be proud of. And I've been thinking I should do a video on this because I truly do believe that sugar is one of the most normalized addictions out there. Oh, I also wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much. I've reached 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. Sometimes I have to think about how many people that actually is. That's huge, and I'm very grateful and excited, and I really love making these videos. It pushes me to learn and to take accountability for my own health. And I wanted to tell you guys that I'll be doing a live Q&A on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So whoever wants to join, I'd love to see you there. I don't drink coffee, but I'll have some water. And we can chat about whatever, all things animal-based, carnivore, any questions that you have. I'd love to get to know you guys and for you to get to know me better and just have more of an open dialogue. So that's Saturday at 10 a.m. I look forward to it. See you there. So I have to admit, before starting an animal-based journey, an animal-based way of life, I was very ignorant about processed sugar. I knew it was bad for you. I knew that it was in junk food and, little muffins and things like that, but I wasn't really too sure about what exactly it did to your body. I didn't really know why it was bad for you. I just thought it made you gain weight. But because I was kind of on this journey of trying to be healthier, as many of you may know, I tried all different avenues. I went vegan at one point. I reduced my meat intake. I, genuinely believed that that was going to be better for my health, and my health did suffer. And then lo and behold, the carnivore diet fell in my lap, and I decided to give that a try for 1 month. So naturally, I had to give up sugar because I wanted to go into the carnivore diet full throttle, cold turkey, strictly meat. I wasn't going to compromise. So that was my opportunity to quit sugar. It was only supposed to be for 30 days, but it's 3 years now, and here I am, sugar-free for 3 years. I've had a lot of time in these 3 years to do my research and to find out what exactly is so bad about processed sugar. What's wrong with it? I mean, we're all eating it, we're all alive, but we're all very, very sick. Most of us, if you look around, we're all dealing with some kind of illness, whether it's a mental health issue, it's depression, schizophrenia, anxiety, panic attacks, or is it an autoimmune condition? Is it PCOS? Is it, are you celiac? What is it? Is it lower back pain? Are your joints hurting you? I bet you that you know at least 5 people that you can think of right now that has some sort of illness that they're battling with. We have completely normalized illness, but what is going on in this day and age, going on today, is far from normal. It's normalized, but it's not normal. It's not normal to be so sick. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more into this video when I talk about Weston A. Price. I've been reading his amazing book, and I've been finding out some fascinating facts that I'm going to share with you in this video. But stay tuned for that part. So yeah, I was pretty much very uneducated about sugar and the harms it does to our bodies, to our brains. But because I kind of wanted to go on this carnivore diet, I had to quit the sugar. So here I am. But the interesting part about my journey is that I had to quit everything and the sugar. So I literally, for those of you that have not watched my videos, and this is your first time, welcome, but just want to let you know, I literally quit everything but animal products. And that's been my life for the last pretty much 3 years. I've introduced a couple of things here and there, but they are real wholesome foods, nothing man-made. So definitely no processed sugar. And if I've had processed sugar in the last 3 years, it's because someone maybe snuck it in my food without me knowing, but never willingly. So quitting everything except for animal foods all at once. Obviously, I am bound to be faced with a plethora of emotions, side effects. I was very lethargic. I was super tired. But to be quite honest with you, after the first 30 days, it was smooth sailing for me, and I've never felt any better. I would almost say that it is, looking back now, it's more difficult now for me to quit coffee than it was that 1 month of quitting everything and starting a healthy lifestyle. So I struggle more when I quit coffee. It's more of a mental battle and a physical battle. I have headaches for 3, 4, 5 days, so it's quite rough. When I quit everything and when I quit the processed sugar, I think it was more of just like a gradual cleanse for me, and wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. But that is mainly because I had my partner Daniel by my side, and we were going through it together alongside with his sister and her boyfriend. So it was kind of like we had our own little support team side by side. And we could keep each other accountable, we could inspire each other, we can share meals and ideas. So it wasn't like I was in this journey alone. I definitely felt a huge energy boost. I was not tired anymore. And then for the first time in my life, I think I learned the difference between mindless eating and mindful eating. So I used to love, 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 love sugar. Like I was a sugar addict. I had the biggest sweet tooth. I always wanted something sweet after my meal, especially like a nice baked good, a Danish with, I don't know, an apple filling, or maybe like a blueberry filling, apple pie, blueberry pie. Those Mentos candies, they're kind of like these chewy candies that you buy at the gas station with a Red Bull. That was my jam. Or the sour candies. I don't know what they're called. These little sour candies with the Red Bull. You guys, you have no idea who I was in my past life. I used to eat all the things. I had the biggest sweet tooth, and I dare anyone to face me because I was the sweet tooth queen. So, anyways, yes, in terms of benefits, I learned about mindless eating, which was what I was doing while I was driving, stuck in traffic, eating those Mentos and drinking the Red Bull, just not even thinking about it. Just tastes so good, love it, love it. And mindful eating, where now I literally think about everything that I ingest in terms of food. I am always thinking, is this going to serve me? How is this going to make me feel? Is this for my health, or is this because I'm craving something sweet? What's the reason behind this? Am I hungry? Another benefit is that I never get pimples anymore. And if I do, it's because it's that time around my monthly cycle, and I don't get cramps anymore. I have zero cramps, unless, of course, I've been eating a little off track, too much dairy for me, too much pasteurized dairy also gives me menstrual cramps. And yeah, I mean, before quitting sugar, I had acne all on my jawline here, and I remember on my neck too, and they started out of nowhere. And I remember being so confused. I was like, why do I have pimples over here? Like, it's so weird. And I would get pimples here as well on my cheeks, but that's all gone now. This is my skin, and I had a little pimple here a few days ago, but that's about it. That's about as pimply as it gets. So that could that be reducing the sugar? I definitely think so. I think sugar, from what I've read, sugar ages you from the inside. So it doesn't just cause wrinkles, but it ages you from the inside. It like deteriorates your insides. So this is something that I've learned recently, because as I mentioned, I always thought sugar just made you gain weight, but it's a lot worse than that. It shortens our lifespan, and it leads to many diseases, modern diseases, that are rooted in mitochondrial and metabolic dysfunction. And it also is a immune destroyer. Sugar destroys your immune system. I believe it's something to do with the white blood cells, and it attacks them, and our immune system is made up of white blood cells. I'm going to post a link to that below in the description, along with some amazing, amazing videos that I found on Nutrition with Judy's website, a wealth of information on how sugar affects us. I would say that the most difficult part about quitting sugar for me was once I quit the sugar, I started to realize that it's everywhere and everything is based around sugar. Like every holiday, Christmas, your birthday, Easter, it all leads back to sugar. Sugar is used as a comfort food. It's used for a celebration. On your birthday, what do you eat? Cake. During Christmas, what does everyone make? Amazing gingerbread cookies, all of these baked goods. And it's marketed in a way like, it's okay, you've earned it, you deserve this, have a donut, oh, treat yourself. But really, we are hurting ourselves. And I get a lot of looks sometimes from, friends and maybe family sometimes when I feel like I'm seen like as extreme because I literally will not touch anything that has processed sugar or ingredients that I don't understand. But I don't know. I think it's a little bit should be more normalized to prioritize your health than normalizing sugar addiction. I would love for that for a change. But yeah, that was the most difficult part for me at the beginning is literally just being surrounded by like the most delicious looking sugary treats and not knowing what to do with myself because knowing like I'm doing this challenge right now and there is no way I'm touching any of this, but it's hard. It's definitely hard. I don't deal with that anymore. The cravings, I would say, went away as soon as I started to discover healthier alternatives, healthier snacks and treats to kind of curb that addiction that I had. But also, it went away when I started to identify why it is exactly that I'm craving these things. Like, what is it? What am I not dealing with? And when I started to look at that root cause, is when everything kind of changed for me. I think that we can be addicted to so many things. We can be addicted to food, we can be addicted to gaming, we can be addicted to sex, we can be addicted to drugs. Most of us, we kind of live in this like go, 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 like constant rush, gotta get to the next destination, gotta do the next thing, gotta complete the next goal on the list, that we don't have enough time to actually just sit down and look at the root cause of our addictions. We turn instead to these unhealthy eating habits or drug habits or pornography, whatever it may be. We don't have the skills required to cope with what pushes us to our addictions. And I think that's because maybe we weren't necessarily taught by our parents, by our teachers in school. Life gets hard sometimes, and we don't know how to handle it because we haven't been taught. So instead, we turn to our addiction. So, um, you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that the first step is being open and honest with yourself and realizing, hey, you know what? Like, maybe this is an addiction. Maybe I do have a sugar addiction. And that's the first step, really. I wasn't aware that I had a sugar addiction until I did the carnivore diet and pretty much eliminated everything from my diet except for animal foods. And then I realized, yeah, you know what? That was most definitely an addiction, just like coffee is. But when it's coffee, cigarettes, sugar, it almost seems less bad than if it's like heroin or like a super hard drug because it's so normalized and literally everyone is hooked on it. Everyone. It's in absolutely everything. It's in your smoothies, it's in your salad dressings, it's in your sauces, it's in everything. It's in inside things that it doesn't even need to be inside. The other day I was talking to my friend who she's, super health conscious and she wanted to get a smoothie from a restaurant and she went up to the guy to order and she was like, "Okay, I want a mango and banana smoothie. Don't add sugar, don't add milk, don't add water. I don't care if it's thick. Just give me mango and banana, the fruit, just the fruit, please. Don't add sugar, don't add honey." So, anyways, he says, okay, I understand. The smoothie comes out. She takes a sip and she goes, okay, I can taste the banana. Like I taste like the kind of like the thickness of a banana. But she goes, this doesn't taste like mango. So what is it? And she's sitting there, she's thinking, and she comes up with it. She's like, this is mango juice, like from a juice box. It's not pure mango fruit. So she goes up to the guy. She's like, I'm sorry, sir, I can't drink this. I asked for pure fruit, mango and banana. So what fruit is in this drink? And he's like, is it mango and banana? And she's like, no, sir, I know there's banana in here, but is the mango juice from a box? And then he's like, oh yeah. And she's like, yeah, I can't drink this. I just wanted real fruit. So that's the thing. Like, you have to be so careful and watch your own butt, because nobody out there cares about your health as much as you do. You gotta ask all the cringy questions. You gotta be that person when you order food that you like. You have to be an investigator. You have to be an advocate for your own health. You have to literally investigate, and you're probably gonna make the waiter feel cringed out and uncomfortable, but who cares? You can't live in his values because your health is more important. And a lot of the times, people are gonna look at you and they're gonna think, wow, why is that person so uptight? Just live a little. No, it's not like that. You don't have to care about that type of perspective, because it is, you have to put yourself first. You have to ask all of these questions. Otherwise, the sugar is gonna seep into your diet. And it's not to scare you or anything like that, but once you know what you can ask quality questions to get the results that you want. So my friend returned that smoothie, and then she also educated the guy. And he's like, oh, because it has the sugar, you can't drink it because it has the added sugar in the drink. And she's like, yes, that's one of the reasons the mango juice has added sugar. But have you read the other ingredients on the list? I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay, so this is a mango passion fruit drink. It says no sugar added. Aw, thank you. So sweet. Okay, so it says ingredients. And remember, the first ingredients on the list is what that specific product contains the most of. So if you're buying a mango juice, you would hope that mango's first on the list. Or like when you buy dog food and it says it's like salmon or beef, watch how the salmon or beef is going to be like the 24th ingredient, because most dog food is complete BS. Anyways, so the ingredients on this mango and passion fruit drink: water, apple concentrate, cellulose gum and xanthan gum stabilizers, mango pulp, apple concentrate, passion fruit pulp, natural passion fruit flavor. What's that? What is that? What is that? Do you guys know? I have no idea what natural passion fruit flavor is. Natural sweet flavor. Oh, natural sweet flavor. That sounds healthy. Natural mango flavor. Okay. Ascorbic acid and stevia sweetener. Just breaks my heart. So many things wrong with this, honestly. So my point is, it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. So sugar is more addictive than cocaine, right? This has been proven. Yet we've got our youngest generations hooked on it. Like, we've got infants, like babies, hooked on sugar, toddlers. Let that sink in for a second. It is concerning, and it is something that I'm very, very passionate about, and it is something that I take a very strong stance against. Like, when and if I have children, they will never touch processed food under my watch. They can make their own decisions and they will be very well informed. But birthday cake, absolutely not. We're gonna do some kind of animal-based cake, something, a much, much healthier alternative. But under my house rules, there is never any processed food allowed, no processed sugar. I wanted to tell you guys about the dentist, Dr. Weston A. Price. I'm fascinated by his work. I'm actually reading a book right now and I'm taking notes and I'm highlighting all of the interesting facts because I want to make a video for you guys. This is groundbreaking stuff. His research is out of this world. It should be taught in schools, but of course it's not. But I'm going to give you guys a little nugget today about his findings. So Weston A. Price was a dentist, and in the 1920s and 1930s, he traveled the world and he visited very isolated tribes. So he visited Indian Americans, he visited indigenous Aboriginals, so kind of like all over the world. He went to Canada, he went to Europe, he went all over, and he wanted to study their diets. He wanted to see what they were eating because they were in such great physical and mental condition. And he was like, what's going on? What are we doing wrong in the West? Because we look completely different. And already in the early 1900s, people in the West were suffering from different illnesses, different ailments. So we were already starting to decline. Meanwhile, these traditional cultures, untouched by the white man, were doing just great. So long story short, because I don't want to go too into it in this video, I want to finish the book and really do a thorough video, but Dr. Price discovered that in all of the cultures that he studied, if they were consuming their traditional diets, they had virtually no disease. They were free of any dental diseases. They could fight off tuberculosis, no problem. They were healthy, strong individuals. But as soon as the white man came in and introduced their white man food, flour, sugar, disease became rampant. As soon as their traditional diets were replaced by processed foods like flour and sugar, disease became a widespread normality. Does that make sense? I mean, it was all over. You could see they had dental issues, they were dying from tuberculosis, but the people that stuck to the traditional diet, they weren't being affected by any of those things. So it's very interesting. I'd love to get more into it in another video, so we'll do that, but just wanted to share with you. So all in all, to summarize this video, I think that sugar can be one of the most sinister of addictions because unlike nicotine, unlike heroin, unlike, the serious street drugs, unlike coffee, which seems so minor, you're consuming it. You're having that cup of coffee, you're shooting up that heroin. But with sugar, you don't always know that you're consuming it because it's kind of hidden in everything. You don't know that it's been put there specifically to keep you hooked on it and have you coming back for more and more. So it's kind of hard to kick an addiction that you don't know you have. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely say though, because there's always this talk of which diet is better, what's the most optimal diet, is it veganism, is it being vegetarian, carnivore, animal-based, ancestral, paleo, this, that. I think that, and I've said this before, the number one thing that we all have to work towards is finding a common ground. And that is, for me, eliminating processed sugar and eliminating vegetable oils. So the canola, the sunflower, all of those toxic seed oils. So processed sugar, seed oils, and processed carbohydrates. I would say no matter what stance you hold about which diet is most optimal, those three foods, I don't think any human should really be consuming them. And that's my stance. I think if you are entertaining, leading a healthier lifestyle, and you're starting to think about what it is that you can do to get there, number one is start with quitting sugar. Just start there. And see where that takes you. It's a really great challenge and it's a great place to start. So that's all, guys. That's my video about quitting sugar, processed sugar, for the last 3 years of my precious life. I have not had processed sugar and I'm very happy about it. And I know that you can do it too. If this is something that you're considering, you want to kick that old habit, I believe in you. You got this. Reach out to me for any support in the comments. I'm more than happy to help, and I'll always do my best to answer all the comments. But you guys are writing a lot and I can't keep up, but it's okay. It's a good problem to have. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed these other 2 videos on the screen. Have an awesome week, and I will see you at my live Q&A on Saturday at 10 a.m. Bye.